What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of You Heard. There was a ton of NBA news this week, so much so that we are going to pick up the show with me and Brian mid-discussion, talking about a potential trade of Chris Paul to Miami back in 2011. Me and Brian speculate that it could have been for LeBron James and discuss kind of how the landscape of the NBA would totally be different had that happened. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a listen.
Money would work,
Yeah.
and he's the only person that would have that would have had to go. They would
Dang,
have won
that's
about it because they lost the 2011 finals because of Brown, so they would have shipped his ass up out of there.
wait, so this was after that?
Yep, after the 11 finals.
So after those finals, damn.
I think
That's
he was on the
crazy.
Clippers then. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I think he
think
was on the
so.
Clippers.
I mean, okay, so if they traded him, let's say it was for LeBron, you think, well, I guess he probably stays with the Heat longer than what LeBron did those 3 years, right?
Probably.
Damn. But Dwayne Wade still would have got old, like he did in 20 whatever, 15 or 14. I don't know if they would have won. Chris Paul's injury prone,
He was injury prone back then,
maybe.
and the East was weak.
That's the only thing. Yeah, he'd be in the East, and damn, that's crazy.
I'm trying to think. Their biggest competition, their biggest competition would have been the Celtics.
Right.
And him and Rondo already hate each other, so that would have been going off.
Dang. That's crazy.
So
See,
one
like
of
I
two
was
things would have happened: either Boston would have got another run in for another trip to the finals, or they would have knocked them off.
right, because yeah, that would have been because Ray Allen didn't come till the third season with LeBron in Miami, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, they were still together. They would have probably
yeah,
stayed together.
that was. But you got to remember too, though, because that was the year OKC went. LeBron would have been playing against KD. Because they played the Clippers that year too. I think in the second round.
Yeah.
They
Damn, who
destroyed
was?
they they destroyed their asses. That was when they had Blake and DeAndre.
So it would have been Bron, Blake, and
DeAndre
DeAndre Jordan.
Yep, and I think they had Jamal Crawford too off the bench.
Bro, the Clippers could have won a championship.
They wouldn't have won.
Wait, you said they would have destroyed the ass. Who would have destroyed who?
OKC destroyed their asses.
Oh my god.
No, but
Okay.
y'all would have lost to the Spurs because they played the Spurs first. Remember, that's the year. That was the year Chris Paul. Remember, because the Clippers beat the Spurs, and then they had to play the Thunder, and they
Oh
played it.
yeah. Yeah.
And they had no one to defend. What's the name? They had nobody to deal with Westbrook.
Huh. But LeBron, I mean, come on. LeBron's at the peak of his powers.
No, he wasn't. He was trash.
Okay.
2011, he had 8 points in the finals.
No,
8.
well, then you said this is after.
8 points in the finals.
This is
That's
after he sucked.
There.
Okay, think of the mental thing. Bron sucks in the finals.
You need to wrap your mind around this. Who taught him how to win a title?
Okay, so you're saying that wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Because he's
taught
traded.
him how to win the title? Dwayne Wade. They would have shipped his ass out of there because he couldn't make it happen because he ain't show up. I think that could have potentially, because you're right, it could go any other way. It could either make him be like, all right, I gotta get my shit together, or it could mentally break him. Like, damn,
That's
nobody
true.
can get it done. Because it
Right.
was that's year what? That's year 9, and he still ain't got no ring.
You're right. Okay, so yeah, from that standpoint, the mental thing, you just sucked in the finals and you got traded.
Yep.
Like, which probably he thought would never happen in his life.
Thought, nobody would. They're like, they didn't ship his ass up out of there because it was like, you bum, you can't get it done.
Okay, so you get traded to LA.
Yep.
You do have some pieces there.
Yep.
But yes, the mental
it's not
thing
a terrible
and
situation. I mean,
right.
He could potentially go to the finals still. I'm not saying that's out of the question. It's just extremely hard, significantly harder. Because you remember, the Spurs are at the peak of their powers. They go to the finals twice, after that fact.
Right. Yeah,
Thunder,
exactly.
remember, the Thunder still have James Harden at this time.
Yep.
And Serge Ibaka, they're all there. They're all young and remember because that was what that was KD's 5th year when they went.
Yeah.
So they all young and they got them, the Spurs. Who else? Denver still had Melo. No, I think Melo was gone already.
Yeah, I think he was already in the East.
Was he gone, right?
Yeah. If not, he was gone that year. 2012 would have been his first year.
Your man's still over there. Kobe's still playing.
Yeah.
That's the year out. Well, he'd be 2 years removed from the title. Yeah, from 2010. Yeah, Kobe's still playing. Dirk is over there.
That if that happened, that could have literally destroyed LeBron's career.
Yes.
Like no rings. I'm talking about 0, probably.
So I'm not gonna go that far. I believe the man still could have won at least 1, maybe 2.
Not with LA.
You mean with the Clippers? No, but I believe
Right.
what he signed. How was he, man? 4 years? That was a 4-year deal.
Yeah, so he would have been gone in still 2015. I guess he could have still went back to Cleveland because assuming everything still happens out the way it does.
That's another thing. Golden State is up and coming because Steph was drafted in 2007.
Yeah. Yeah, assuming the drafts, Cleveland gets the first round pick or the number 1 pick for Wiggins and stuff like that, makes a trade for Kevin Love. Assuming all that shit happens, he could have still went to Cleveland and won, but
so
I have like 2.
If you're Cleveland, forget him bringing the city money and all that in the franchise, okay?
Yeah.
Would you? How do you say? What's they doing? Mortgaging their future and their franchise to get a title, even though he ain't got one. I mean, like he. Like you can't prove or say to me my way works. You can't say that now. You know what I'm saying? Because technically speaking, even though technically it was Pat Riley pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't say like I know how to do this, so you don't need to do it my way. You know what I mean?
If he doesn't win those 2 in Miami, you're saying if he would have made, Damn. I mean,
would you as the GM be like, oh, I'll listen to this guy that has no rings and technically didn't show up in the finals? The 2 times he was there.
Right.
Well, the 2 times for sure that we know he was there, but the 2 times he was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Or would you just say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway because he brings my franchise money and and the city money.
Right.
Because I heard he made the Cavaliers, like the franchise and the city itself, like billions of dollars just by being
for real. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, that's probably why people are. That's probably the only reason why Bronny James is still being talked about. Because if they get him, someone gets him, maybe they get Bronny, he still brings in money. But to answer the question, I think I would only. I mean, I think as a GM, because in my personal opinion, I think these GMs don't give a shit about winning. They only care about the money.
No, then that's why they get fired.
Right. That's why the owners, because it looks bad. But I think that they just want to make the money or, the clicks and, the advertisements and things like that. And if you have LeBron, and especially because you're Cleveland, you're bringing him back home. I think I think I would still do it just based on that.
So you would still trade Wiggins for
Wiggins,
Kevin Love, essentially. Essentially.
Yeah, I think that's essentially what it was. Yeah, I think, man, that's tough. I think I would. I think I would still do it. Again, just because it's LeBron at maybe not the peak of his, maybe who knows what he is mentally if he can win the ring. If he end up going 0-3 with the Clippers, but it's still LeBron at the peak of his like
powers.
What do you call it? Power. His in 2K terms, his overall is 99 or 98 overall. You want to bring that in.
Though, all the mystique is gone.
Right.
There's no 10 trips to the finals, not in the West, not back then.
That's true.
No 10 trips to the finals.
Yeah.
Ain't none of that. It's probably second and third round exits. And I like I said, I believe he can still make it at least 1 to 2 times to the finals. Now, would he win? Depend on who he played. More than likely he would, because the West, that was the team. Like everybody, we always used to say whoever made out the West was winning.
Right. Yeah.
So it didn't matter who the fuck came out the East. We used to be like, the West won anyway. It don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's tough. Cause yeah, you really don't know what you know you're getting the best player or whatever second best player in the league at that time, maybe whatever however you want to look at it. But you're getting essentially a loser. I
Because
mean,
you don't know.
imagine if he went to so if he's in LA for 3 years and he doesn't even make the finals,
Yeah.
like
Loser
you're
goes.
getting a bona fide all-star, but also a bona fide loser. Like you can't like someone who can't take you there. And who knows what the Clippers would have made any moves,
No, because who was
in that
that?
time.
Trying to think. Maybe he wasn't with the Clippers. I think he was with the Pelicans still. Yeah, because Doc was still coaching Boston.
Oh yeah, you're
Boston.
right.
So I think he was still with the Pelicans. He might have been with the Pelicans.
Wait, so what? Wait, what year was that?
That was
That
after
was
2011,
2011,
12.
you said, right?
Yep, 2011, 12. It was after the 2011 finals. So it was 11, 12. I think he was still with the Pelicans.
So 2011 to 2012 season.
Yeah,
Nope, that was so 2011 to 2012 was CP's first year in LA.
exactly. So he would have got traded to the Pelicans then.
No, oh
You
yeah,
see what
because
I'm
that was
saying?
2010 to 2011, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he would have went to the Pelicans then.
Oh
He would.
Lord,
That's
he definitely ain't winning there.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Yeah. So all the shit we were just talking about was out the window now. All of that's out the window. He would have been with the Pelicans. He would have been
and
basically Cleveland West.
and on a 3-year deal, so like he can't
He's
leave.
stuck. Yep. And they would
Bro,
have done it. That would have brought them money out the wazoo in
who?
New Orleans. New
Oh,
Orleans.
for
They would
sure.
have done it for sure. That would have raised. They had raised ticket prices for them 3
And,
years. Looked at as much as they could.
yeah, so oh yeah, holy shit. So yeah, so he's going to the Horn or to the Pelicans.
Yep. That would have put all
Damn,
y'all.
so Chris Paul, or so then that means the Clippers, which is good for me. Clippers are still trash. They never even get talked about. Probably don't even get Kawhi
No,
later on.
that's a lie because they would still have Blake and DeAndre because they
Doing
drafted.
nothing.
True. I'm not saying they would have won anywhere. I'm just saying they still would have Blake and DeAndre.
True, you're right.
And yeah, but you're right. They wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have been like known as nothing. They might not even be Lob City.
Nope. Right, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. So 2011 to 2012 Pelicans had Trevor Ariza, Jarrett Jack, Chris Kaman, Carl Landry, and Emeka Okafor.
Yep.
Oh my God, he would be
I told you that's Cleveland West.
Bron would be sick being there for 3 more years.
I
Oh
think
my God.
that might have what's the name made him demand a trade.
Probably, I'm sure. He would have turned into KD what KD is now. Like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can't have this shit.
Yeah, I can't be doing this.
Damn.
Well, I don't know. You never know.
But then, okay,
Check it out.
so right. But on the flip side, I don't know what kind of draft, capital or whatever they have or salary cap. Maybe they can sign some dudes. But let's just say after the 3 years or whatever is up, and you said if you're Cleveland, would you bring him back? But if you're Bron and
Would he
you
want to
have
go
not
back?
won a ring, would you even want to go back?
So I don't think he would want to go back. Personally.
You know?
Because in theory, and this is a theory, if he don't win in Miami, why would he think he can win in Cleveland?
Right.
Even
With
if they
those
got
three.
Kyrie and like even if they're willing to trade, like you said, even if they're willing to do all that stuff still,
Yeah.
what's to make him believe he can do that? Now,
Right.
what I do believe though is after them 3 years, he definitely hitting it back east.
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah.
It's just a
Spending
matter
3
of
years in the West,
Yep.
at its top.
I was gonna say at his peak of his powers. Oh, I'm heading east.
Yep. No matter what.
Yep. But
Oh shit.
I was gonna say he probably gonna try to get that no trade clause next contract ASAP.
Yeah,
But I don't know if he have enough time to know. That's for you got to be in the league. What, 8 years for that?
I
10?
think so, something like that.
But yeah,
Yeah,
he'll have enough time in. It's just a matter. But where do you think he would have went had he gone back?
Bulls.
You know, the Bulls.
What if he could get, Melo or what? Who was trying to go to the Bulls with him? Dwayne Wade and somebody else, wasn't it?
I don't know. Oh,
I thought.
I don't know.
I mean, it's of course 4 years later, so who
I was gonna
knows?
say,
Because
I
you don't
don't
have
know.
Derrick Rose at that time. He's
Yeah, he
gone.
gone.
So yeah, maybe not.
Because that's what year was that?
That's
14?
2015,
15?
2014, 2015, yeah.
Oh.
Because Cleveland, yeah, they went 2015, they won in 2016. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you go to Golden State,
No.
team up with Steph and Clay and Dre 1 year
No.
early.
I don't think he would do that. And I'm only
That'd
saying that because he has no incentive to.
Right, yeah.
Because there are nobodies at that time.
Right.
The year before what they lost, yeah, because they kept losing to the Clippers. They were their
Yeah.
rivals at first. In the
Did they
beginning.
really jump out because 2015
They won 67 games. That first year with Steve Kerr.
when they went to the finals?
Yeah.
But then the year before that, was it really they came out of nowhere?
Yeah. They made the playoffs, don't get me wrong. The first 2 years they made the playoffs. 1 year I know they lost in the first round. The other year they lost in the second round, and I believe both times they lost to the Clippers.
Yeah. Yeah, so that year, yep, they lost. You're right. They lost to the Clippers. They won 50 games, but I mean
But in the West,
I know.
it was tight. I remember they used to. It's like now. Matter of fact, just like now.
Right.
Same shit. It was too tight. Like 2 games separated, like 1 in 8 and all that shit. It was always tight.
Yeah.
That's why everybody said the West was the best.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. They were 51 games. They were still, like you said, a few games between, the team above them, but they were 6 games behind the Clippers for the division. So there's really no I mean, even if you're LeBron watching, teams and paying attention to where you're gonna go next, I don't know if he could have seen that they were gonna jump up to 67 wins the next season.
No, nobody did.
That's interesting.
I will say this that is interesting about that might make him want to do that, like you said, is like their team would most benefit, or they would most benefit from his skill set, the drive and kick and all that shit. Because at the time he was mostly just still driving to the basket. And of course he got Steph and Clay, Harrison Barnes. If they do the small ball lineup and they put Dre at center and him at the 4, but they let him handle the rock.
Right.
But they would have had to, but they couldn't, the money wouldn't work.
Yeah, it'd be I don't know. He could have stayed. I mean, again, I agree with you. He's definitely going east. But he could have teamed up with KD and Russ in OKC.
They got James.
Not at that time. I thought they got by the time.
So that's why it wouldn't work also. Because that's why they don't have James.
Because the money.
That was only $4 million. Imagine trying to sign LeBron unless he decided to take another pay cut and get stiffed.
Right.
And risk getting traded again.
Yep. Shit, who knows? Maybe he's like, yeah, it could have been. Maybe he's like, fuck it. There's truly no top tier teams, especially because he doesn't want to go to Cleveland, let's say with Kyrie. There's no top. Maybe he goes to Brooklyn or New York, thinking, fuck it, I'll never.
Yeah, like you. I was just gonna say he could go to New York and try to be with Melo, but but they have to. But they don't have anyone to sign and trade because
Amari was gone, I think, already, right?
Oh, he was gone already?
I thought so. Oh, that could have been too, yeah.
Because I was gonna say he's the only person that had a $100 million contract. They could but I don't think they would take him because he was always hurt.
Yeah, they'd have to. I mean, some of these teams, but you think, if they're gonna lose Bron, I guess no. Why would you even want $100 million dude who's never playing? Like,
Yeah.
even if you know you're gonna lose him, I'd rather just lose him for nothing.
Exactly. All they
You
gonna
know,
want is
so
fire contracts and draft
right.
picks.
And draft picks, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Dog, that shit is insane. Who said what? That was Chris Paul was telling all this whole story?
Well, Chris Paul's telling part of it, and then the rest I'm getting from Gilbert Arenas podcast. So
Okay.
Chris Paul's on there on D Wade's podcast telling him that he was on his way to Miami. He said there was a trade on the table for him to go to Miami, but somebody didn't want to give up their number 3 jersey.
All this whole thing we've been talking about, this whole history changing, all because of a jersey number.
Yep.
That's great.
It's funny because Chris Paul literally says that in the pod too. He says that he's like, "What could it have been because you ain't want to change your number?"
Right.
And then
all this.
And then Gilbert's
crazy.
He's on Shannon podcast saying, "Who do you think is gonna?" Because he never says who was gonna get traded.
Right.
Chris
right.
Paul never says. But Gil says it has to be LeBron for the money to work, and it would only make sense because of Pat Riley's loyalty to D Wade and the fact that LeBron didn't show up in the finals that year.
Yeah. Well, plus we know that it's not D Wade because if otherwise the jersey number wouldn't matter.
Sure, exactly. Yep.
So,
yes.
And why would they have? I mean, I guess you could do Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, and Bron, but like you'd want to try to have that big man in there to keep Chris Bosh. Damn, that's crazy. So much shit. Like, damn, that's a lot of fucking changes.
And no, everything.
I mean, who knows? History. If not only Bron's history and that, but look at
Chris Paul's.
Chris Paul, he's not CP0 rings. KD probably win. They could have won that that championship against Miami. Yep. And who knows after that? If they keep James Harden, maybe not, but
not only that though, but what if he stays?
That too. And never goes to Golden State?
Yes, if he stays and like you said, and they keep James Harden, maybe Golden State isn't what they are.
Right. Damn. That is wild.
They had him down 3-1 without James.
Yep.
If James is there to help them finish the job,
that
like you said, everything changes. For all we know, low key KD could be in the GOAT conversation instead of LeBron.
Right. Because he'd have some rings for sure.
Hardware, yep. And everything.
Damn.
That changes everything.
That is insane, dog. No, I wish that's the kind of shit like I wish there was some shit that you could look at and be like, oh, so this how it would have ended, or what if this would have happened?
Yeah. That's why I did that what if shit on there.
Right. Yeah, that Marvel what if. For real, because like damn, you just never know. Like just the smallest thing can make just, I mean that's not a small trade, but just one thing can change tons of teams different. Cleveland, they probably never get a ring too, because if Bron never goes back, they're done. They don't win with Kyrie, and they probably won't win with Wiggins and Kyrie as a team. But and then like you said, Golden State.
And D Wade, he might only have that one ring now.
Right. Yeah, right, exactly.
Because even if they do make it back, there's no guarantee they're gonna beat whomever they're playing in the West. There ain't no guarantee you're gonna beat OKC without Bron. There ain't no guarantee you're gonna beat San Antonio.
Right.
That one time.
Yeah.
But I've always wondered, and I want to check this out. Do you think San Antonio would have made it back that second time had they felt they fucked themselves the first time against Miami?
Oh, when they lost.
Yeah. So the first time when Miami, came back and won the game 7 and all that, Ray hits the shot.
Yeah.
Now they all said that they were motivated by that.
Right.
Motivated because before then, remember, they never made it back to back-to-back finals after. Before then. Before
it was always like every other year.
Yes. And they was literally on a mission. You could tell they was trying to annihilate teams that whole season.
Yeah. So if they beat whoever, whether it's Miami with Chris Paul or someone else,
would they have made it back?
They don't go.
Yeah. Would it have been somebody else? If they would have handled their business, or or if they beat somebody else.
Yep.
they had made it back in 14. I always said they wouldn't because they never
Yeah,
did it before.
because
And I
they're yeah,
believe,
it's
like they said, that they were motivated because they felt like they should have won that one.
yeah, you feel confident, you feel competent, or whatever the word is, that you won. You don't have to,
Yeah,
go back out. That's why they always say it's hard to repeat because like you have that championship, like, oh, we're good,
yeah.
we'll get there. But shit, but who knows though? Because going back to OKC, if they win in whatever that was 2012 against let's say Chris Paul and the Heat, they keep their three together. Does San Antonio? I mean, those three are gonna get better. Do they start knocking off San Antonio? Like, does San Antonio even make it the next 2 years?
So this is what I was always wanted to tell you about the KD LeBron thing. So because remember I think I was telling you one day like everything's always about matchups.
Yeah.
And like Oklahoma City always matched up better against the Spurs than LeBron's teams.
Mm.
Because KD has a better winning record against the Spurs in the playoffs than LeBron does. But he got a worse record, well, without Golden State, I should say,
Sure,
against
yeah.
LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It's all about
It just depends on who you play. Yeah.
Because like you said in 2012, if you remember, they beat the Spurs to get there.
Right.
And the Spurs was up 2-0, and they swept their ass, won 4 in a row. It was it. That was over. It was over.
Damn.
And then you know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
that time, but when they came back, when they went back in 2014, they beat the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals that year. The Spurs did. They beat them in 6 games. That 6th game went in overtime, but that was without James, like you were saying. So if they win in 2012, would they pay to keep James to keep their shit together to try to win more and try to have a dynasty like Golden State did?
Right.
Or would they still say, "Oh, we got a ring," like you said, and be like, "Oh, I'm cheap now.
We're good." Yeah. Right.
Like you said, we're good. Got what we could out of this one. We're good. See ya.
Yeah. That's true. God, that's true. That's
Or
another
how about
like.
this? What if dude decided to pay James instead of Serge?
Mm-hmm.
What does that change, if anything?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I mean, that's the crazy thing about the OKC thing because like even in the current history, that's still a huge what if. Like, what if they kept James? And I wonder why it wasn't like I know it was a money thing, but couldn't like KD, Russ, and Harden have worked together to make the money work? Like, like how the other big threes have been doing since then.
But they were already paid. That was the thing.
Mm.
Because they came in, remember that? Because they're all staggered in the league.
Yeah.
KD's first, and I think Russ
Right.
is either the next year or the year after that, and then James.
And then Harden, yeah.
So that's how it happened. So that's why they paid like that. So they couldn't have necessarily done that unless they made their contracts where they all
We're going at the same time. Yeah.
They still, and they had to pay Serge too.
Right.
So they're paying all of them at the same time, and bro's like, I ain't paying luxury tax.
Yeah.
But they said Harden did say that he wanted his own team too.
Right. So yeah, you got that kind of that obstacle to the Eagles or whatever. But dang, that's crazy. Damn, what if Chris Paul would have did it? Shit makes me want to put on 2K and put Chris Paul over there and put LeBron on the Pelicans and sim that shit and see what happens.
Get out of there. He demanded a trade. Can you demand trades on there?
I don't think so. Damn. But damn, that's wild.
He gonna get up out of there.
Hey, for sure. Bron's first ever trade demand. For sure. There's no way he's gonna stay in New Orleans. Well, no, there's no way he's staying in New Orleans for 3 more years. That's crazy. Who's the owner or the whatever the GM of the Thunder? Is it Sam Presti?
He's the GM.
So he's the GM. He's been the GM since KD Harden, whatever. Yeah. Is it because you talk about him not wanting to pay, but today, like now, I feel
it was the owner, not him.
Oh, wasn't?
No, the owner told him.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, like, even today they talk about him and how he stockpiles all these draft picks and blah blah, and he's this good GM, but like, bro, he still hasn't won anything.
Yeah,
Like
so
even
Stephen A.
conference finals. So should he get that praise that he's being seemingly getting from people just because he gets a lot of draft picks?
So I'm gonna tell you like this. Stephen A. said exactly what you said. Like right now, like the other day, like yesterday or the day before,
Yeah.
he was saying like people like Sam Presti is a great GM. Like he makes a lot of stuff happen. He picks good players. Yada yada yada. But
Yeah.
like you said, he ain't won nothing.
Right.
Got to the NBA Finals once, and he's been to several Western Conference Finals. But think about it, he had 3 MVPs, bro.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well,
That
at
shit.
that time, plus later on, Paul George
Yep. Paul George.
and I guess Melo. He was probably already. He's way
Yeah,
too
Melo
old,
was
but
done.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And if
like
Shea gets it this year,
that too.
and what's the name, bro? Did you see what Doc Rivers? Have you seen Doc Rivers? He on this tour thing, talking on podcasts and everything. He talked too much. Way too
Oh,
much.
I heard about him. I mean, only that one where I tagged you on Twitter, like how he keeps talking about how this was a hard, you know, move taking the Bucks job was harder than he thought, like shit like that.
Bro, so he
Just
talked
super
about that.
annoying.
He talked about the Paul George trade. He said, I told Kawhi, this guy, he talking about SGA.
Oh, I
He's
seen
like,
it.
I told him this guy's gonna be really good. Are you sure you want to make this trade? I'm like, bro, you telling me, what was that like 5-6 years ago? You knew SGA was gonna be who he is right now.
Yeah. Hell no.
Hell
Oh
no.
yeah, I saw that shit. Oh my god.
You sure you want to do
Dude.
this? You in
So
the same damn boat you in now, whether you made the trade or not.
right,
You're
right,
probably better
right.
off with draft picks though, low key.
Yeah. That's true. Damn. Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like, there's no way. There's no way you knew.
He might have did. Wasn't that because I know some players that say they talked about certain players that didn't be balling, like Cam Thomas from Brooklyn on the Nets.
Uh-huh.
Bro, that be
Oh,
having all them 40 ball games.
yeah.
KD and them said like he a hooper. Before we seen him play, they were saying that about him. Then he started
For
having
real.
40 balls, and I was like, damn, they won't lie.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But Sam Presti, back to what you were saying about dude, they said because he's got so many draft picks, they said I think he still has 10 in like the next 2 or 3 draft, 10 first rounders, I mind you.
For real?
Yes.
Still?
They said he still got like 10 first round picks left. So they said eventually he gonna have to cash him in to get a star.
Bro, I
To
was just gonna
compare with
yeah.
SGA and Chet and all of them. They try to but they said they're trying to ride it out this year to see how far they go.
Damn.
What they do. But I heard, he
Yeah.
said like somewhere between 8 and 10 in the next 2-3 drafts. And they was like he can't select all them players.
Right. That's gonna be way too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gotta start packaging them up for some dudes.
Yeah.
Because eventually you're gonna get to a point where Chet and SGA and I don't know about what Giddy is long term, but like them dudes are gonna want to get paid.
Yeah.
So like you're not gonna even have the money to, you gotta the windows they're so talented now with these dudes on like essentially good, team friendly contracts, rookie contracts or whatever you want to call them. That this is the window to win while you can have all these dudes under, making under 15 million or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But
man.
that's man. SGA did go up. Damn. I wonder maybe he did. I mean, it was Doc Rivers. Maybe he did know. Like the first year in OKC, he went from averaging 10 points to 19. I mean, just what I mean, yeah. Who did he have on the Clippers his first year where they would have took shots away from him?
Besides Kawhi?
Well, no, he wasn't there yet.
Oh, you talking about before that? I'm trying to think
Yeah.
who was.
Like in SGA's first season and only season with the Clippers,
I don't
I don't
remember who
think they
was
had anybody,
Yeah, I don't think they had
that
nobody.
would have stunted his growth is basically, what I'm trying to say. Like,
Was Lou there yet?
yeah, Lou Williams was there. Lou Williams. I mean, unless maybe who was Doc the coach that year?
Yeah, Doc was the
Because
coach when Kawhi got
Doc
there.
don't like playing he don't like playing these young dudes anyway. Maybe he was giving shit to Landry Shamet and Gallinari.
Yeah,
Pat Bev was there too.
No, he loved Gallinari.
I know. They was talking shit about Gallinari yesterday on Twitter. Like, why is he on? Like, someone remind me, what does he do? Why is he on the team? Like, what does he do well?
He shoots well.
Yeah, maybe I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the game, but
he spaces the floor and shoots well. You can't leave him open. He hit threes. He is a turnstile on defense though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
But speaking of the defense, though, the Bucks, I don't think they've allowed 100 points since All-Star break.
I know you saw that game last night.
That's crazy.
Told y'all.
I did catch the very end. It was the Hornets had 99 points, and they had the ball, and I was like, damn, they gonna score and fuck up the streak of under 100. And nope, dude pulled up from like damn near half court, and so. But damn, that's crazy. Under 100. I mean, I know they played the Hornets twice, but still.
They got this rough patch. Next patch of games is gonna be rough.
I know.
Did they play twice?
They got Bulls. Well, you said who twice?
Lakers, or is it just one time? I know they.
I think it's. No, it's not the Lakers twice. It's the Clippers twice. They play.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they got Bulls tonight, and then Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, and then Clippers again. I think.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy.
I know. Somebody posted the schedule, and I was like, "Woo, that's gonna be a doozy." We gonna find out what it really is now, boy.
I know. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. So they got Bulls, Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, Clippers again, Kings, Philly, which will probably be without Embiid, but still. Then you got the Suns, then Boston.
Damn.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 games against
so we
teams.
need to go 9-0 in these games.
That shit crazy.
If we win 9-0 in these games, I guarantee you Giannis will be an MVP conversation. Oh, right? Speaking of that, do you think Jason Tatum should be an MVP conversation?
No. No. That's a short answer, but no, I think I just can't see him. I can't see. I mean, could someone bring him up and I wouldn't be like, man, you stupid, or sure. But no, I think it's Joker, Giannis, and SGA. Not in that order, but that's who I think it would be, who it should be.
So Stephen A pushing him to be MVP because best player, best team. Mm-hmm. Mind you, his stats don't bear it, but obviously it's because of the talent he has on the team.
Right. Yeah.
And because they're far and away the best team in the NBA.
In the NBA.
Totality. Yeah. Yeah. They got the best record by I think 6 games in either conference or something like that.
Yeah.
So I get that. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
What is he doing that's to me it's not him. It's kind of like the 04 Pistons.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's everybody. There's no
That's true. Yeah, it's tough. Like I agree with Stephen A about, best player, best team or whatever, right? But I mean, that's truly not. I don't think. I mean, Giannis would have 2 then, maybe 3. Wait, how many MVPs does Giannis have? He does have 2.
Yeah, he's got
okay.
2.
So maybe, and you had Embiid. I don't know. Was Embiid the number 1 seed last year? Best team in the league? I can't remember.
No.
But
no. Wait, no, I don't. No, the Bucks were.
Oh yeah. Bucks were. So I don't know. Oh yeah, Bucks. They lost to the fucking Heat. Yeah.
On their bullshit again too.
But they do have. But I think Tatum is probably one of the best players in the league. So yeah, it's not like, because you had mentioned the 04 Pistons. I don't think it's exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the Pistons legit, I mean, someone could say Chauncey and, but I would argue with them. Like they were a collection of.
Yeah.
Again, if you put this in 2K, lingo, they were a collection of probably, 80 over, somewhere in the 80 as your overall, right? No one was that superstar. Whereas like this, I do think Tatum is the superstar there, and everyone else is, helping out. But it is so stacked. I mean, you got, of course, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis and Drew Holiday. I can't think of another team that's got 4 players deep, that good, you know? So that's why it's tough for me to put it in there. What's it called? Someone said they put Luka Doncic over Tatum for MVP talk.
Yeah, everybody's saying that. But the reason he's so far down on the MVP ladder is because their record is so terrible.
Yeah.
That's why he would be the overwhelming favorite if their record wasn't so terrible.
Yeah. Shit, I mean, I'd probably argue I'd give it to Kawhi over Tatum.
No. Not after yesterday or the other day.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. You saw that?
He
I hope
didn't
you
show
stayed up
up.
late to watch
Oh.
that one.
So listen. First of all, I was at work. Secondly,
Oh, shit.
So that performance by LeBron, I thought was fantastic. From the highlights I saw, because like I said, I was at work. But what I will say is this: they not going nowhere.
Oh, I know.
And everybody says they're trying to avoid playing Golden State in the play-in tournament.
The Lakers are?
Yes.
I mean, shit, I would too.
I heard they all say that they're trying to get a higher seed so they don't have to play 2 games in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, that's right.
9th, aren't they?
They were 9th as far as that last I looked.
Okay.
But shit, I thought Golden State was on. Weren't they like the last seed? Golden State? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking about it wrong because 7 and 8 play 9 and 10. Okay. I thought it was 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh.
But it's 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, we would play Golden State right away if it ended up, because I think they were 9th and I think Golden State was like 10th.
Yep, that's right.
Damn.
9 to 10.
That's crazy. Yeah, the Lakers.
Y'all will play 7 plays 9.
Yeah.
So y'all will play Dallas right now. And Sacramento will play Golden State. We already saw that movie last year.
Oh wait, no. It's 7 and 8 and then 9 and 10.
Oh, 7 and 8 play each other?
Yep.
So yeah,
it's
y'all
not
play Golden State then. Okay.
Yeah. Dang, that sucks. So yeah, we got to get out. We got to, although it really doesn't matter. Okay, so picture this. Let's say Lakers get to 8th seed. Or 7th, it doesn't matter. And somehow they win. So they get 7th seed. And let's say the Warriors, they win their 2 games and they're the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
What are the odds? And I know, and I'm asking because people are saying, "Oh, the Warriors and the Lakers ain't finna do shit, right? Whatever." But don't you like them a little bit over Minnesota or OKC? Just based on, I know it's a 1-year thing and teams can go off for that 1 year, but like I still think about, this is the same team Minnesota had last year, the same team OKC had last year.
So no, it's not for OKC. They didn't have Chet last year.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot.
And they lost in the play-in last year.
Yeah.
OKC.
Yep.
Minnesota can't be the same team it was last year because they won 42 games so far this year. They weren't near that last year.
Who did they?
I'm not saying they acquired anyone. I'm just saying
right, but yeah,
they've grown.
You've grown together and blah blah.
And this also goes to that argument about best player, best team.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of that argument, no one's talking about Anthony Edwards being an MVP race. They got the best player in the West.
And I think he's getting the same vibes as Jason Tatum, though. I mean, like, you have not saying Towns and Gobert are anything like the talent in Boston, but
well, I will say this though. You could argue that. Let me ask you this: what teammate does Jason Tatum have that scored 60? Because Anthony Edwards got one.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, which even more says that Anthony Edwards is.
Just saying.
I guess if you pull Anthony Edwards off the Timberwolves,
they ain't going nowhere. We already seen that movie.
Yep. But if you pull Towns off the Timberwolves,
And it's Gobert and Anthony Edwards.
yep. Do you think they go? Do you think they're this? Basically, I'm saying if you pull one of the three off of the Timberwolves, do they get to? Do they fall to the same spot no matter who you pick off?
No. Because I believe they're only performing well because of Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
And even Kat says that.
Yeah. True.
So, but I do also, I will say this. In a playoff series, the Lakers versus Timberwolves or OKC,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't bet a damn dime on that because I do believe the Timberwolves have the potential to stifle Anthony Davis and LeBron. Because they can,
the length and
keep them out the paint and the length.
Yeah.
The problem I have with them is their consistency on defense and shooting.
Yeah.
Now, OKC, they have a problem with size. I was listening to somebody say I think the Lakers are 3-1 against them, against OKC, because they deal with their size. So, matchup wise, potentially, Lakers will be better off going against OKC.
OKC, yeah. Which will never happen unless they get into that 8th spot. Because even 9th seed, if you win, you can't get. I don't think you can get 7th.
Oh.
Because the winner of 7 and 8 automatically gets 7. So yeah, they'd have to climb out. And I think they're a game and a half behind the Kings.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I was looking at the standings here, and everyone is like, well, except for even the 1 seed, because what is this? 3 on up, they're right by each other.
Who is?
Minnesota, OKC, and Denver. They're 1.5 games separating them.
Maybe that's why Anthony Edwards not getting, because they're not running away with the West.
But it's the West, because
I know.
And because the first, second, third, first, second, and third teams in the West all have a better record than the second seed in the East.
Damn. Shit, and the Clippers are only one game.
Yeah, and they're one game behind
away.
It'll be 4 teams, the same that are better records than the second team in the East.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Well, this is how it's always been. I wonder why it's always like this. Even back, we were talking about this when we were talking about the All-Star game a couple weeks ago. Like, the West has always just been so much. They've always had the better teams, better players. Like, people just like living out west, like in the sunny weather, or what?
Well, you got to think of where it's at, though. Yeah, the Midwest is cold.
I know. Yeah.
In the West, OKC is warm. Denver, you can smoke. Minnesota just like here, so that ain't.
Yeah.
But the Clippers.
But Clippers, Phoenix, LA, Dallas.
Sacramento,
yeah.
Golden State. All of them is all in the same damn state, damn near. They all in the playoffs. Look at that shit.
The entire state. The entire state of California is winning. They're all in the playoffs.
Yep.
That's crazy, dude. Shit, I'm just hoping the Suns drop a little bit. They got one game. I want them jokers to be in the play-in.
They don't need no.
Actually, you know what? No, actually, I don't know. I hope wherever they go, hopefully they drop to 6 and play Denver in the first round.
I like them in that. Actually, I would prefer they move down to. I don't want them in the play-in. No.
Who you think they'd rather play? I don't think they want to play Denver or LA. They probably want to drop down to play Minnesota or OKC.
They would rather play. I believe every team would rather play OKC.
Yeah.
Because they lack size and and they're young.
Right. Yeah, inexperience for sure. Damn. Meanwhile, the Bucks need to come on. There's no way they can let Cleveland get in front of them.
No.
Although as it stands right now, they play Orlando. I'm good. I think I'd rather stay in third because there's no chance I want to jump into second seed and all of a sudden the Heat want to play their ass off in the play-in tournament and then we play them as the 2 seed versus 7 seed. There's no way I'm going through that shit again.
So they were saying, I just read this dude's article. He was saying that the Heat that are once again the team that nobody wants to play again.
Yep. But wouldn't it be dope if that did happen and we whoop their ass, get
Like
some
last time?
redemption? Yep.
Yeah, it would be dope.
But I don't even want to chance it, bro. I'll take 3 seed and let's play Orlando. Although Miami's only a half game behind for 6th seed, so shit, Miami's only a half game behind for 5th seed. That's crazy. But that's insane. Billy, you think Embiid's coming back?
I think that they're going to try to push him to. If you were the GM, would you want him back?
Not this year.
So Stephen A. said that because of his injury history, you should want him to play as much as possible because you don't know if or when he'll be back. And I was wondering, when he said that, I thought it made sound, it was a sound point. Like if I can get him back healthy, he's willing to come back this year. Should I throw him out there? Shannon said he wouldn't because he ain't gonna be in shape. It's gonna take him a while to get in shape. He's already a 300-pound man. He ain't fat or nothing, but you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
300-pound man trying to get in basketball shape, playing basketball after he's been off for some months might not be a good look.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. is like, well, look, I got him out here. I got him. I don't know what's gonna happen next year. I want him out here. I said
that's true.
That's my chance to the possibility of me winning. So I'm gonna throw him out here.
Yeah.
What I wonder though is what he thinks about it, because if he goes out there and God forbid something else happens, is he gonna regret it?
Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is he gonna be like, I just want to be here for my guys? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. The more that you talk about it, you're right. Maybe he should go out there. Because, okay, so let's just say, so what are they, 5th seed? And let's say he misses 5 more games, fine. And they drop down, let's say they don't drop down to the play-in, but let's say they drop down to 6th seed.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in the playoffs, which like you said, about getting in shape, so you come back, you play and you try to get in shape for these last, 15 games and then in the playoffs. That gets you ready for next season. You don't have to kind of work your way back in next season, right? And then on the flip side, you never know, like you said, you never know what could happen. So is the team, what if Maxey gets hurt, game 1 of next season? Then you're going to throw that season away?
Well, no, because this is about Embiid. They looking at, and they already made that trade for Buddy Hield, and then they're talking about this summer they're going to try to get another star because they got more draft picks that they can package to trade with someone. Speaking of, there's a mystery player that the Lakers are supposed to get this summer. Do you know who it is?
There's always somebody. Is it Trae Young?
Kendrick Perkins said he talked to the player that it's going to happen. He's just not saying who it is. What? He said he can't. But he said the Lakers are getting another star this summer for sure.
Another star?
Star.
What the fuck? A
third star this summer. It's just a matter of the summer coming. It's gonna happen, he said.
Oh hell no!
They just can't tell who it is. But I believe, like you just said, what you just said is Trae Young, because he out there now to get traded.
Right.
So that's what I believe, but I was just wondering if you heard it.
Damn.
I don't know if it was somebody else possibly or anything.
Interesting. I don't even know. Huh. Well, I think that wraps up this week's show. We will it kind of was unorthodox in our flow, but I think it was a good discussion. It was a good discussion. So Yeah, that's it for today. We'll see y'all next week. I'm Mike Bouch signing off.
All right, Brian, take it easy, y'all.
Later.